Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As the dust settles from the emotional wreckage of the Brown family's public unraveling, a new topic is emerging among Sister Wives fans and followers, a subject so deeply personal and symbolic that it goes to the heart of identity, dignity, and closure. Should Meri and Janelle ultimately drop Kody Brown's last name? For years, these women were defined by their role in a multiple marriage led by a male who, previously seen as the spiritual head of the household, is now perceived by many as the source of grief, abandonment, and favoritism. As season 20 opens up fresh wounds, fans are keeping a close eye on Meri and Janelle, two of the original wives who helped construct the Brown legacy, as they deal with the emotional toll of decades of fighting for their position in a family that eventually pushed them to the sidelines. Viewers can't help but notice the tension mounting with each word, confession, and lingering glance in the interviews. It's no longer simply about marriage or divorce, it's about restoring your identity. And the name you carry, or choose to keep, is more than just a signature, it's a message. For Janelle, who has always been recognized for her quiet strength and fierce independence, preserving the last name Brown suddenly feels like a connection to a life she no longer lives, to a guy who, in her own words, emotionally abandoned us from the moment Robin arrived. In recent episodes, fans have spotted Janelle making subtle hints about seeking a fresh start, particularly following her bold relocation to North Carolina. She's expressed dissatisfaction with the unfinished business in Coyote Pass, the emotional betrayal during the pandemic, and Kody's refusal to accept responsibility for the growing distance between himself and his children. When asked about the name, Janelle pauses, seeming hesitant. "I'm still processing," she admits in one confessional, "but I'm no longer the woman who stood behind Kody's dream." That statement alone sparked outrage on social media, with supporters demanding she reclaim her identity and legacy on her own terms. Meri's position is considerably more complex. Meri was Kody's first wife and, for many years, his only legal wife. She had an important role in the formation of the Brown family. However, that role was gradually torn away, first emotionally, then legally, when she was urged to divorce Kody so he could marry Robin for adoption purposes. She obliged, expecting it would improve the family, but the result was years of emotional estrangement, shame, and neglect. By the show's 18th season, Kody no longer considered Meri to be his wife, admitting coldly that he felt no romantic love or spiritual commitment to her. Meri clung to the final vestiges of hope, devotion, and possibly the comfort of familiarity. But suddenly that hope has vanished. Meri has made it clear that she is no longer in any kind of relationship with Kody. She started a business, tried solo travel, hinted at dating, and even modified her social media bios to eliminate any mention of being Kody's wife. "The only thing remaining is the name. It's part of my past," Meri confessed in a recent interview. But sometimes the past needs to stay in the past. That single sentence was enough to spark a movement among long-standing Sister Wives supporters, many of whom see the name change as a significant step toward healing and regeneration. But here's the big twist, it's more than just removing Kody's name. It is about the metaphorical shedding of everything associated with it. Years of waiting. Quiet suffering. Constant comparison. The feeling of being less than in a marriage structure that consistently seemed to favor one wife over the others. For Meri and Janelle, the name Brown means more than just a guy, it represents a structure that failed them, a belief system that suppressed their voices for far too long, and a history of prioritizing one man's authority over the interests of many women. Critics claim it's long overdue. Why bear the name of a man who no longer claims them, supports them, or even appears in significant ways for the children they raised together? Some supporters, however, believe Meri and Janelle should keep the name for continuity, for their enterprises, or to maintain a link with their children who still bear the Brown surname. It's a valid point, identification is difficult, and changing a name does not erase years of shared emotions, both joyful and tragic. But perhaps the most pressing question is, who do Meri and Janelle want to be right now? And can they really embrace their next chapter while still bearing a name so closely linked to pain? In a season full of tears, confessions, and irreversible turning points, this name question may appear insignificant, but it is momentous. It is about recovering power, rewriting history, walking away symbolically rather than physically or emotionally. Fans have been tweeting and commenting in favor, saying drop the name. Reclaim your power. You don't owe him anything. New chapter, new last name. Some even propose that Meri and Janelle take on a new common surname to signify their kinship as women who lived and thrived outside of Kody's shadow, perhaps something as daring as Stone or Wild. In a startling twist, Janelle is said to have just filed paperwork to explore a legal name change, though nothing is confirmed. During an off-camera incident captured by a producer's microphone, Meri reportedly said to a friend, "I'm not his anything anymore." That sentence alone could indicate a change in the horizon. TLC executives are reportedly aware of the topic and may devote a whole section or future reveal to the concept of name reclamation. Could we see an emotional on-camera scene in which Meri and Janelle enter the courthouse and exit as women with new identities, lives, and legacies? If so, it might be one of the most empowering moments in reality television history. The truth is that Meri and Janelle are no longer sister wives. They are distinct women with tales worth telling on their own terms, women who deserve to be remembered not for their relationship with Kody, but for their strength, perseverance, and fortitude to leave. Whether they drop the name tomorrow or 10 years from now, one thing is certain, the world is ready to witness their rise without Kody's shadow lingering behind. And if they do it on camera, tears gushing, mouths shaking, hands holding the paperwork, it will be an unforgettable moment. A name is more than just letters. It represents identity, history, and power. And for Meri and Janelle, it could be the last step toward full independence. Sister Spouses stars Janelle and Meri Brown are Kody's last two spouses, who left in the most recent season. They had had enough of Kody's harsh treatment. Christine was the first sister wife to leave and eventually married David Woolley. Janelle and Meri are not currently involved in a relationship. However, some fans are questioning whether they should drop Kody's surname. Continue reading to see why. Sister wives, Meri Brown endured Kody's neglect for many years. Janelle has had problems with Kody since he began to neglect his children with her. It even got to the point where their late son, Garrison, stated they didn't need a father figure anymore, adding that Robin could have him whenever she wanted. Janelle ultimately chose to leave Kody in 2022. Unlike Janelle, Meri had to put up with Kody's mistreatment for years, expecting that things would improve. Unfortunately, it never occurred, and many Sister Wives fans believe Meri wasted too much time hoping that Kody would love her back. Meri left Kody in the most recent season. He helped her pack her belongings for her move to Utah. But Kody has left one more memory for Janelle and Meri, and it is none other than his last name. Should Meri and Janelle drop Kody's last name? It's no secret that Janelle and Meri have moved on from Kody. Despite this, the Sister Wives stars continue to use their ex-husband's surname on social media. Christine had already changed her name, although it was owing to her marriage to David. As a result, many people wonder if Janelle and Meri will return to their last names even if they do not find a new partner.